Welcome to the making of Flight 1974.
This is going to be a blast.
It is. We've never done one of these before. This is our debut, so best of luck to us.
Just right now, they're so open, you're not hearing.
When we arrived in Nashville, we didn't go straight into recording. We actually we prepared a bunch of songs over the internet with Bobby.
Bobby Boyd organised the recording and helped a lot with the production of the record and wrote a substantial amount of the songs on the record with Ben and myself, and some with friends of his from Nashville.
So he's had a few. He's had like 3 number ones, so he seems to know what he's doing. Jeff and I struggle when we travel. It takes us about a week before we can actually function in life. We're up at 4 o'clock and jet lag drives us nuts. And
well, it's a total reverse for all the people who travel. I know they understand.
We're soft. People can do it.
I can't function.
We're hopeless. Anyway, so we got there and we wrote the songs and finalised everything and the track order and all that kind of stuff for a couple of weeks, and then we went in the studio with the band. And the guys come in and they pretty much do 3 or 4 songs a day. They come in and they listen to the demo and they write a chart and they're amazing, and then the drummer counts to 4 and basically what you're hearing on the record
went down in about 2 or 3 takes tops.
2 or 3 takes, and that's a very hard thing to do. So we had the guys in for, I think we had them for about four days, and what we had them, and then the guitar guy and the piano guy comes back and does what they call overdubs, where you've got your basic bed, which is what we did with the whole band, and they come in and do their solos and little tricky bits and stuff. So. Why did we do Flight 1974, Jeff?
Well, because you said we had to. No, because we are influenced by the 70s and we were brought up by the music of our father, who is very into
Bread, the Eagles, Doobie Brothers, Bee Gees,
Seals and Crofts, kind of America.
So the idea was to write original songs in the style of the 70s music, like all those bands that we just mentioned. The reason we called it Flight 1974 was because we didn't have a name for it, to be honest. And when we boarded the flight, our ticket number was our flight number was Flight 1974. So we thought, we're heading over to Nashville, we're doing a 70s record, and that's our flight number, so that's a good name for a record. So that's the truth. We could have made something up, but
we went with that.
That was the truth. The studio that we recorded in was called Dark Horse, or Dark Horse, as they said.
Come on in. Or Dark Horse.
Yeah, we'd say Dark Horse.
This is the main area.
And it's about half an hour out of Nashville in a place called Franklin.
This is where we wake up every morning.
It's a pretty serious studio.
It was an old school studio, like they used to do it in the old days with real desks and, well, we won't say reel-to-reel tape. They had Pro Tools, or this is the main for the layman people.
Computers.
Yes, computers. But big recording rooms. Great musicians, great engineers, everything that you could want in a studio.
Beautiful. Come on. We actually stayed the night. Well, we were there for 4 weeks. It had a hotel attached to it and a kitchen, and we all kind of bunked down in one room, which was not much fun. But
we made all the Americans eat Vegemite toast, which they didn't enjoy that much. In America, do you take cream with your coffee?
They have half cream and half milk.
That's it.
So when you're in America, the Robertson Brothers use half and half.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Tommy Emmanuel turned up and took us out for dinner.
Yeah, he actually lives in Franklin, Tommy Emmanuel, so he came over and we hung out. So we should talk a bit about the songs on it. More Than Alone, Chief. What's that about?
Well, how does it go? More than alone. Love songs,
Without her, you'd be more than alone, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Which is like alone and one more.
Oh, yes, it is. So, we shouldn't be sarcastic about it, but you got to,
Well, it wasn't. That was the Spinal Tap.
We need to be, funny. You got to laugh about it. You know, you're pretty depressed when you write them, but it's good to laugh about it now. The Time It Takes was, you know, well, gee.
That's good. And then there's When You Grow.
You're not going to talk about The Time It Takes?
Oh, God.
When you grow, you know, you've really got to grow to
It's important that you grow.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you
don't.
You don't grow and you stay a child.
And you know you thought that you learned your lesson long ago, that you're finding out that it still hurts when you grow.
Every minute of the year.
Every minute of the year we actually wrote about our kind of career,
Yeah.
and it's yeah.
It's been every minute.
Yeah, you can't get any closer and you can't get close enough, but you just, you know, we're still working on getting close enough, aren't we?
Very good.
In this life that I'm living, there've been times I've given in, but I found the strength to get back up again. In this life I've been living, I wouldn't change many things, 'cause I hold the mirror up to reflect my dreams. I can't get any closer. I can't get close enough. I could fall a little harder, but I wouldn't get any higher up.
And then there's Not Beautiful, and that's about me.
No, stop it. Not Beautiful's about everybody. Not just, you know, most people think it's about females, but it's not. It's just everybody's insecurities, whether, you know, you're large or small or crazy or not or whatever.
I don't know why you can't see the girl the mirror shows to me. I've seen your eyes when you look at yourself, and you don't like what you see. I find that hard to believe. How can you say that you're not beautiful? Who filled your head with those lies? The angels lose their breath when you walk in. They see the heaven in your eyes.
Love, Let Me See Her. We just thought we'd turn the word love into like a thing or a creature, which it is, isn't it?
Love, let me see her with your eyes.
It's a contact sport.
But it's all about all the things that you get requested of in a relationship. If only you could do them. That's the thing,
right.
Ross. If only you could do them.
Who's Ross?
Ross. Oh, sorry. That's the thing. If only you could do them.
Ross is the guy editing the video and putting all this together, so it makes sense.
He's a really good guy. Him and I really close.
No, listen, what, you and Ross, Jeff and Ross get on well.
We have a great time
It's
together.
just that Ross knows that Jeff's special. In fact, and most people we work with know Jeff's special. That's why we love him, and it's all right. You can fight with Ross occasionally. I've had the odd blue with Ross.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Sometimes when I'm trying to give him video tips, you know how like, we all think we know about videos, and we've got no idea, but we ring up and we want it to look like Rascal Flatts video like this, and we've got like a $5,000 budget, and they've spent $2 million.
That's right.
So that's when Ross blows up.
So tell me, amateurs supposed to take your picture off the wall and tell my heart I'm not in love with you. Every time I try to walk away, I just break down. There's one thing that I know, I don't wanna miss you anymore. I don't want
Miss You Anymore, that's your classic, you know, when you bust up with your chick and you think it's the best thing to do is head back there. Do you know the meaning of insanity is to go back to something you know you shouldn't do? And that's the actual meaning of insanity. The Language of Heaven, that was our first single off this record.
It's a look, let's run it dry.
Sweet.
It's a blur. It's a look, it's a touch, it's a high, it's a rush. It's all you never say, it says forever. It's a kiss, it's a sign, it's everything your love implies. Without saying a word, you speak language of heaven. Without saying a word.
What a great song. Obviously, Language of Heaven is just another way to say love. But we'll give them your spin on Language of Heaven.
Well, if anyone's seen the movie Better Off Dead, back in the early '80s,
Better Off Dead, is that...
International Language of
oh,
Love.
is that
Lane Meyer.
Lane Meyer?
Yeah, Lane Meyer.
If the tree gets in the way, is that
Yeah,
is that
it
$2?
makes-
I want my $2.
$2.
I want my $2. Enough with that.
Sing it forever.
It's so hard. I was in a in a relationship for 6 or 7 seasons, and you know, it was good at times and
Bad at times.
it was hard at times. wasn't
Very
it?
hard at times.
And it didn't go its best there, but not to worry. I did my best. That's all you can do, really.
And why you gotta make it hard for me, girl? Can't you see I'm falling apart? I don't wanna lose you. You know that I can't give you up. So why you gotta make it so hard?
A million ways. A million ways is just working out, you know, a million ways to tell your woman or your man that you love them. Yep. Other than telling them with love, you know. You can
It's
do
about
do it in other ways.
not saying it. It's about
Exactly.
showing it.
Showing them. Gifts,
Ways to say I love
talking, any all that kind of
Picnics in the scrub.
stuff. Long drives, looking at houses.
General
Not watching the football.
hand holding.
Not watching the cricket. Expressing on Facebook that you are in a relationship.
Telling your friends that they can't come over for a barbecue or a beer.
Yep.
Just because you want to spend time alone with her
And have fun.
and have fun.
A ball.
A blast.
We sound
Cynical.
cynical. That's not.
I'm not looking for forgiveness. No, there's nothing that I want.
The guys who played on the record, Dennis Holt, you know, played drums and he's fantastic. And look, they were all fantastic. They were all session guys, but you know, we can rattle off all the players who they've all the people that they've played with. You know, it's all pretty much similar stuff. They've all played for Taylor Swift and Vince Gill and James Taylor, and you know,
Back in even some of the bands that we covered, like these guys played on the original Seals and Crofts records,
Yeah.
which we actually covered some of the songs, which must have been quite strange for them.
yeah. We had Gary Smith was on keys. Gerald Boyd was on kind of acoustic guitars. He was Bobby Boyd, our co-producer's brother. And you know, what a fantastic player and a top bloke. He's good.
Lovely bloke.
Jeff King, now he's a dead ringer for Mark Holden from, well, what was from Idol. But yeah, if you get a chance, have a look at Jeff King. Looks exactly like him. Anyway, he's played with everybody. He's toured with Reba and Kelly Clarkson, he does, and a band called the Robertson Brothers from Australia. They're incredible. Massive. Huge. And Mark Birchfield did bass, and once again, he's just played with everybody. It's kind of scary. They just turn up. They're really cool guys, down to earth, and rock up and do some crazy little record from a bunch of nutty brothers from Australia, and they're very down to earth, which is good. So the studio was it's actually located 5 miles from it's actually west of Franklin, 15 miles south of Nashville for all you geological people. It's about half an hour drive. That's how we worked it out.
We did almost experience was it cyclone?
Tornado. They're talking about tornadoes here.
Yeah, there was a cyclone. Yeah, when we were there was a cyclone. There is actually a bit of footage of it, but I don't know if it turned out. But yeah, that was quite creepy. We're recording and then
had to shut the whole studio down and turn everything off. And there was an underground bunker that we were told that we may have to go to, but the
Wizard of Oz style.
Oh my God! Would you believe it? It's a tornado warning.
We were lucky enough to take over our tour manager, Nicholas McKinlay.
He's a pleasure to work with.
Yeah, he did most of the videoing as well. This is Nicholas on the piano. Check him out. He's awesome.
Yeah, that was a very funny time.
Now the engineers that we had there were
Colin.
We had Colin. He's the long-haired or the red-haired guy, and he's got a very special brain for this stuff. He's a wizard on all the gear. And then we had Noah, who looks like and is a death metal fan. Mm-hmm. But he's very good too. But
we do have him on footage, sounding like Megadeth.
Yeah, this is Noah, keeping it low.
Or Evil.
Evil.
The vocals took us, I think, about a week after the boys are in, and we simply just take their finished product and then put our vocals on it. And
yeah, we did a lot of the vocals there. We ended up doing some of the vocals back here in Australia. We rehearse things in the studio and go through it. I think this is us rehearsing here. As you can see, Jeff's the boss and he gives it to everybody and we get in trouble. But that's all right. He's got older brother syndrome happening.
I thought we had equal input there with the vocals. I thought you were very talented, very constructive.
We do it as a team.
We do. We work as
and
a
we
team.
do it your way. That's how it is.
You're kidding me, right? All right.
I agree with Ben.
That's all right. I can take that.
I thought you had some incredible creative input when it came to the vocals on this particular record. I think you've come of age.
Oh, thanks, man. Were you there? Did you actually sing on this record?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah.
Good. That's good.
So thank you for buying the record. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the DVD.
The experience with the Robertson Brothers. We're going back again. We're heading back in a couple of months again to do another one. So we'll video it up and
come back and show you all.
Yeah, it'll be very similar, I imagine. Anyway, thanks guys. We appreciate your support.
And
bye for now. Thanks, buddy.
Now, tomorrow, you're going to have beers.
Beers? Did you say beers?
We also have beers at 12. He was quite excited about it.
Well, you'll have beers and I'll have water.
Well, you're going to have beers too? You're going to have to drive home. We're taking the van?
We should take it. I wonder if we should take the van, take the trailer off and just to drive it in. I'm worried about towing all the gear with it. We should try and get the motor sucked in a bit. You know
don't worry about that. Mate, I was going along the other night. It does 1,500 revs and you're doing 100 k's. I left. Don't